Hey YouTube, Jobin here. Today we're in the workshop and I want to do a little demo on how to modify an Enlan EL-01. Here's the stock knife as it comes from the factory, and it's a really good bargain, very solidly built. It's a good design, but there are some tweaks we can do to it to make it even better. Now, here's my tweaked version. Needs polishing in a few places, but added a finger choil, a wave opener, and this bit here, this was rounded off so that you can put a thumb here more comfortably without that tip sticking into the pad of your thumb. Also, the flipper design is concaved a little bit, so it fits your finger up against it better like this, and so that when it's up like this, it grabs your finger a little better when you use it as a flipper. So I'm going to show you guys what I do to affect these changes. And most of this is going to be done with a Dremel tool, and here's the bits we're going to be using mostly. A cutoff disc, a small diamond burr, a diamond grinding drum, and a fiber buffing wheel to do some polishing. Maybe a couple others here and there, but that'll be most of it. And maybe a little bit on the belt sander too. So, I'm going to set up the camera on the tripod and we'll get going in just a second. Oh, and I almost forgot, which is silly because this is actually pretty important. This funky pivot screw they come with the 3 little holes requires either a specialized tool or to sort of improvise something. That can be fixed. You can grind a slot for a standard screwdriver or a coin or something into the pivot screw, which is the first operation I'm going to do because I'm going to have to take apart the knife for some of the others. I'm going to replace one of the washers too, actually, with something higher quality. Grabbed the wrong one. Okay, for this first operation, we're going to use a cutoff disc. This is tricky, I need a chair. That generates a fair amount of heat. You have to go kind of slow. It wasn't really as neat as I would like, but it'll work. That needs to be a little deeper. They Loctite these things, getting it off the first time is annoying. Okay, there we go. Success. Okay, now let's take the pivot out because we want the blade on its own to do some work on it. This is a pain sometimes too. Okay, progress. Sometimes opening and closing the blade will loosen it. Okay, at this point I should just actually have... Where's my hammer? I have no clue where my hammer is. But I'm just going to use the punch and the screwdriver here. A couple taps. There we go. Okay, here's the washers. It has a big nylon one, which is actually pretty good. The one I actually don't like is the bronze one. It's really, really tiny and tends to be a little rough. So when I put this back together, I'm going to replace this one with a better, larger phosphor bronze bushing or washer. But for now, so we don't lose them, put the good washer and the pivot together and stick them someplace where they'll be safe. Okay, next Dremel operation is making the wave function. So for that we're going to use this little 1/8 inch diamond burr. And got a tub of burr saver, which is basically like a lubricant, and it helps cool the bit down a bit. So let me pull out my chair again, and we'll get to work on this. I'm going to be working from this side because I'm a righty. Actually, hold on, let me see if I can flip the camera around. Maybe you'll see what I'm doing a little better. Checking the blade to see if it's getting hot. It's actually stayed quite cool. This bit was partially used up when I started. It's worn smooth now, so I gotta grab another one from the drawer. Okay, got a fresh one. Actually, I should be wearing my respirator for this probably. Inhaling steel particles probably isn't really fantastic for your health. Certainly makes me feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Here we go again. Close. The new bit cuts a lot faster. Okay, that'll probably work. I might need to tweak it after I put the knife back together. And I'll save some final polishing and deburring till then, after I've tested it once or twice to make sure the angles are about right. But that's pretty close. That should be functional. Okay, now just a quick operation on the belt sander here to sort of put a shoulder on this so it's a little easier on the hand, or on the thumb. Put up there like that. So this is going to be a quick operation on the belt sander. You will note I have taped the sharp edge of the blade and around the point because freehanding a sharp blade on a belt sander could end really, really badly. So, take precautions at minimum. Don't do it with a bare blade. Put some tape on there. Okay, that looks pretty close. This is going to need repolishing up on the top here, but that's, and I need like a little tweak of the shape that needs to be done. I can do there. That's as much as I can do on the belt sander anyway. Okay, next operation.